So I saw a letter to the Guardian from obviously an EV cultist, and it reminded me of a newspaper article I'd seen ages ago. And obviously it's a funny one. It's a jokey one, and it's why men shouldn't write advice columns or to answer people who write into agony ants. So let me just read this to you. Dear John, I hope you can help me. The other day I set off for work, leaving my husband in the house watching TV. My car stalled and then it broke down about a mile down the road, and I had to walk back to get my husband's help. When I got home, I couldn't believe my eyes. He was in our bedroom with my neighbour's daughter. I am 32, my husband is 34, and the neighbour's daughter is 19. We've been married for 10 years. When I confronted him, he broke down and admitted they'd been having an affair for the past 6 months. He won't go to counselling, and I'm afraid I am a wreck and need advice urgently. Can you please help? Sincerely, Sheila. Dear Sheila, a car stalling after being driven a short distance can be caused by a variety of faults with the engine. Start by checking that there is no debris in the fuel line. If it is clear, check the vacuum pipes and hoses on the intake manifold, and also check all the earth wires. If none of these approaches solves the problem, it could be that the fuel pump itself is faulty, causing low delivery pressure to the injectors. I hope this helps. John. It's not a real one. Don't worry. So, letter to the Guardian. Brief letters. Are electric car sales really flatlining? Wednesday, 19th of March 2025. David Farrer wonders if the electric market is really flatlining. Fresh incentives to boost a flatlining electric car market are urgently needed, according to the UK automotive industry. You report 13th of March. Let's just click on that. Car industry is right. According to figures compiled by the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders, electric vehicle sales rose 18% on the previous year in 2023, a further 21% in 2024, and are up 42% in the first 2 months of 2025 on the same period in 2024. Could you or the car makers explain to me which part of this curve is flatlining? David Farrer, Sheffield. Well, David, I'm going to explain. The way they've got EV sales to rise is by giving them away at less than they cost. This last year, it's cost the manufacturers £4.5 to £6 billion in discounts in order to make electric vehicles attractive enough to sell. They've also pre-registered thousands and thousands of vehicles and hidden them. They're just releasing them back onto the market now. Some of them, as in my video yesterday, date back to 2023. And it's not just a few, they're coming out every single day. If I was to go back now and check, I'm pretty sure, all right guys, go back and check. Electric cars, search, year, most recent, (2023), 2023, mileage, I'll just do up to 100 miles, search 94 cars. There we go. There's an MG4 listed on the 22nd of the 3rd. It's the 23rd today. That one was listed on the 21st. Another one on the 21st, 21st, 20th, 18th. Those cars have all done less than 20 miles. And the 2023 73 regs. So back to David. So the manufacturers pre-registered a load of EVs to pretend that there was a waiting list, and they thought that they would be able to reintroduce them into the market without losing money and create FOMO, fear of missing out. So people would think, oh, electric cars flying off the shelves, I really need one, everybody must love them, there's a big waiting list, I need to get my name down. And then the prices would have stayed stable. But what happened, people started to realise that they weren't that good. They preferred the petrol car, they preferred the diesel car, and they started going back to them. And then the manufacturers wouldn't take the vehicles in because they'd already got a load that were hidden. They'd already got a compound full. So that started to create a bit of panic. Hang on, you can't sell an electric car. The dealers don't want them. You can only sell them to We Buy Any Car, who supply BCA. But guess what? Because nobody else wanted them and it was just We Buy Any Car, what do you think happened then? They bid you in the bulls. Take it or leave it. If you don't like my offer, keep it. So, next minute, prices, residuals. Or they tried to sell them on Auto Trader. They didn't sell there. And then dealers with things like AT Price Tracker could see these EVs. There's still some private EVs. In fact, let's just for a laugh. Again, we'll go to Auto Trader. So I'm going to knock that off. I'm going to knock 2023 off. We'll just do electric. We'll just search most recent year. Search 33.9 cars to 2025. And then we'll go through makes and models. Make and model, how many? We don't want to wade through too many. We'll go to Tesla. And I'll just cut it down a bit further. And we'll go to seller type, private seller. So there's only 425 private sellers. We'll search them, 425. We'll see what models there are. Models, 100, there's 200 Model 3s, Model S's, take me less time, Model Y's 62. So that'll take me less time to get to the bottom. So we're searching 62. I'll just make sure they've not put me back, Munson me and put me to... So we'll go down here, and these are private sellers that have had the Tesla for sale. Oh, look. This private seller here, it's been for sale since 11th of the 6th, 2023. 27th of the 9th, 2023. 1st of the 12th, 2023. 8th of the 2nd, 2024. So, David, you see everything in the garden isn't rosy. And are up 42% in the first 2 months of 2025 on the same period in 2024. Well, let me just explain that to you. There has been loads of pre-registrations, and also for the first time electric vehicles are going to be hit with with the expensive car tax. So anybody who's going to buy an EV is going to buy one. They went up a lot in February, big headlines, 1 in 4 cars registered are EVs. Only an idiot would register. Dave, take it from me. Only an idiot would register a car in February. An idiot. Because if he was registering the vehicle in February in order to beat the expensive car tax, he'd be costing himself money. Because the difference between a car that's registered in February and a car that's registered in March, the March car's got the new registration number on. There's some examples of Volvos that are being registered in January and the 2025-25 plate are £5,000 dearer. So he's registering in February, losing £5,000 to save, is it 3,100 over 6 years? Dave, give me a ring. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Because also in December, they they registered more EVs in December than they did in January. December, it's a year old. It's not just a plate. It's not just overnight and it's a plate. It's a year older. They registered them a load, thousands and thousands on New Year's Eve. A few hours later, they were a year older, worth thousands less. Are the cogs moving yet, Dave? The industry is fucked. It's not flatlining. It's fucked. All right? They've dug themselves a massive hole there because they've had to discount them to get rid of them. They're blowing the brains out. These factories shutting down. These dealers shutting down. These dealers, the old dealers, the great dealers, the family firms, they're shutting down because they can't do this. They haven't got enough money. They haven't got enough money to finance all the EVs that they need to sell to hit the targets. Dave, the electric car market is flatlining. What you see is a complete myth. And the manufacturers have got themselves in big trouble because you've got people like Dr. Andy Pandy and Colin Walker from the climate. You've got people like Colin Walker from the Climate Intelligence Unit saying that all the manufacturers hit the ZEV mandates, and they knew they would. And they know they're going to hit them this year. They're not. They've had to register a load of low emission petrol cars because at least they've got a chance of selling those. They can't register any more EVs because they're at dew point. They're at dew point with EVs. They're saturated with EVs. So they've got to do the next best thing and try and get credits by registering long range vehicles, by registering low emission vehicles, by registering hybrid vehicles. Hybrid vehicles. Oh, Auto Trader. Let's just go. We'll knock Model Y. Tesla, we'll knock private sellers off up to 25. Make and model, we want fuel type. We'll knock electric off, and we'll put hybrid, knock electric, 60,000 up to 2025. We'll just take that a little bit further because what we want, we'll just, well, no, sorry, 2024. We'll do 2024-24 because that's when they registered all the hybrids at the end of the year. So search there, check again, most recent search. What have we got? All these hybrids, mileage, up to 100 miles, 953 cars, Peugeot 208, mild hybrids. Look at them. Look at all these. 2024 74s. Nearly new. Delivery miles. Right, let's have a look at the models, eh? Make and model. Makes. Cupra 47. Now that does surprise me. And I'm pretty sure that can't be right. Auto Trader. No, you wouldn't do that, surely. Don't call me Shirley. 66 Jeeps. Demo for sale, 5 miles, nearly new, 2024. Let's just see when that was registered. Now this is strange. So I've got 2024s here. Let me just check this again. As I say, Auto Trader is broken. It's year 2024, 2024, 2024. Search, Jeep Avenger there. Listed 10th of the 2nd, 2025. It says it's a 2024 and a 74. Let's click on it. Registered 31st of the 1st, 2025. Auto Trader is broken. You can't trust any of the figures. None of them. You can't trust anything. Dave, if you're still with me, don't trust anything. Let's just have another look. You see, I've got here, I'm going to go back. Plug-in hybrids, diesel plug-in hybrids, petrol hybrid, diesel hybrid. Knock Jeep out. We've got 953 results. Make and model. 3 Fiats. 3 Fiat hybrids. All right. Let's just embarrass Auto Trader even further, hey? Should we? Let's go to petrol. So we're going to fuel type, we're going to knock out the hybrids, all the hybrids, and we'll go to petrol. There's 1,665 small petrol engines. Well, would you look at that? How many Fiats are there? Make and model Fiat. 135 Fiats. Petrol, hybrid. What type of hybrid vehicle are you looking for? A plug-in petrol, petrol hybrid, or a diesel hybrid? Shouldn't they come under petrol or diesel hybrid? MHEV stand for. MHEV stand for. MHEV stands for mild hybrid electric vehicle. You can't trust a thing, can you? Look at that. MG. Kia Sportage, MHEV. Suzuki Ignis, MHEV. MG MHEV. Let's just, I don't think this will work, but we'll go down to the bottom. Keywords, MHEV, add, search. Well, that's an ad, so they'll just, although, no, that's an yeah, 11.4 kilowatt. MHEV, MHEV, MHEV. So not only have they got 2025 registered vehicles in 2024, the MHEVs are hiding away in petrols. Look at them. Let's see how many Volvos there are. Or we'll just go through them. 21 Volvos, 36 Mazdas, 43 Jeeps, 59 Fiats. Stellantis hit their ZEV mandate, you know. Of course they did, Malcolm. So anyway, David, I hope that answers your question. The only way they can sell EVs is on price. They're not fantastic to drive. They're no fun. They don't sound good. They all look pretty crap, to be fair. And mostly, if you go off the people that give me grief on here, they're owned by really boring people with no sense of humour who have to send you a gif if they're annoyed with you. They're two-faced. They're trying to portray to the public that EVs are selling, while portraying to the government the real problem that they aren't selling and they need assistance because they can't keep going on giving 4.5 to 6 billion pounds a year away in discounts. They're just not making it. I hope that answers your question, David from Sheffield. If anybody does know David from Sheffield, please point him to my video. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.